The frustration was kicking in. You could see it round after round. He wasn't landing the shots, and Parker was getting into a rhythm. He was oozing confidence, landing shots on the inside, up, you know, tying him up when he wanted to tie him up. He will feel bitterly disappointed there. I thought he was very, very unlucky.
Incredibly unlucky. I thought the game plan that he applied for that fight was working for large percentages of it. You could tell by the back end of the fight that he was slowing down, and he was obviously running out of gas a little bit. And Joshua Buatsi did take rounds down the back end, but I can't see where he's picked up 6 rounds there. I really can't.
Nah, no way. I can't see that either, mate. I really can't.
Gareth A. Davies is ringside. Hopefully he's got his headphones on and he can hear me. Let's get that microphone up so we can have a little bit of a conversation with him as he's about to head towards Joshua Buatsi, who is in the ring addressing the crowd.
I'm with Fraser Clark right now.
Over to you, Gareth.
I'm with Fraser Clark. Fraser, a very strange, odd fight. You came and looked at our desk and said, well, how did you guys have it?
I was just wanting to ask everyone around me, because I had it even. But it was a scrappy one, do you know what I mean? He is the man himself, now Zach. Oh, yeah.
Zach, disappointed with that result, Zach?
I was outboxing him easy. He couldn't even catch me shots. It was all little skimmers, couldn't catch me. Everyone around the ringside just said that I won that. All the Frank Warren's lot just said I won that.
You're going to appeal that decision?
Well, what can you do? Because we always get the bag side of it anyway. I've come up from the bottom, I was from the small show. I did it in all the amateurs, beat all the GB squad, and then I still didn't get picked down, and it's the same today.
It should be your night tonight, yeah?
I thought everyone said it. It's a joke. Cheers, though. Thank you.
Zach Parker there, guys. Back to you. I'll continue my walk around the ring, and I'll find Buatsi in a minute.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, for those that are just tuning in and joining us on the talkSPORT Boxing YouTube channel, the official result, is a majority decision victory in favour of Joshua Buatsi. I think the majority of people in here that are actually still here, because people were walking out during that main event, feel obviously that Zach Parker was very, very hard done by. We're going to go back to Gareth A. Davies, because I think, is he with Fraser Clark? He's with Fraser Clark.
I am. Fraser Clark still here. He's talking to Zach Parker's cornerman. We heard from Zach there, very unhappy about it, but you thought it was a strange performance from Joshua Buatsi tonight, Fraser.
I just think Josh is my good friend, you know, and Zach's my friend as well. Zach's a local lad to me. So I think he boxed out of his skin. I think he had a game plan. It made it really awkward for Josh. I don't think Josh adapted well at all tonight. You know, we know he's in a tough fight last time with Callum Smith. Has that knocked a little bit out of him? I'm not sure. I know Zach was on the back foot and making it really awkward and difficult for Josh to land anything clean. But I need to watch it again, because it was, you know, like...
What, you could actually sit through that again, yeah?
No, well, if I wanted to score it, but you see, like, the way that Zach was, like, on the floor a few times, Josh didn't land too much clean. It was a lot of, like, clubbing shots. So they are always difficult to score, do you know what I'm saying? But then, after the judges gone for the fact that Josh was on the front foot, Zach was on the back foot, like, I don't know how it's been broken down. You know, when you're in here, you're in the moment, aren't you?
Virgil Hunter was telling him that he was being too static, too samey. He needs to switch it up and create more variety.
I agree. I just don't think nothing changed throughout the fight. Do you know what I'm saying? I think he needs to adapt and change a little bit. It wasn't a great watch. Now will not go down as a classic. We go again.
Make sure you don't do that against Jamie TKV when you finally appear.
When do you ever see me like that, mate? I'm all fucking action. Let me tell you that.
There we go. He's all effing action. Back to you.
Don't annoy the big man. He's got a fight coming up in a couple of weeks against Jamie TKV. Apologies for the language there, in case you were affected by that. Fraser Clark catching up with Gareth A. Davies. But you can feel the disgruntlement in Zach Parker when he was talking to Gareth a moment or two ago. The lad puts in the work. He's put in the graft. He's danced to the game plan that he has been given by his team. And once again, he comes out on the other end of a decision that really hinders his career.
I tell you what, it's a valid question. Where on earth do you put Buatsi from here? Because he was awful tonight, and irrespective of whether or not he got the verdict, which he obviously did, you know, I mean, how do you put him in against somebody like Anthony Yard, for instance?
Well, if you're Lyndon Arthur, are you shouting for the Buatsi fight after his performance this
Lyndon
evening?
Arthur would fancy knocking him out.
Well, that's the fight that lands next. You're going to get Lyndon Arthur versus Joshua Buatsi, because on that performance, you can't put Buatsi in against the winner of Yard versus Benavidez for sure.
Yeah, let's get a word from Virgil Hunter, shall we? Gareth A. Davies is there.
Let's give it a bigger intro now. I'm with the legendary
Of course.
Virgil Hunter here, ringside at the Co-op Live Arena. We were very frustrated with Joshua Buatsi's performance on our desk tonight. I know Zach made it difficult, but you were urging him to do things in there, Virgil, tonight. Was he listening to instructions?
I think he tried to follow instructions the best that he could. When you got a guy that's going to grab, flop, and fall, every fight's not going to be a pretty fight. I know in the minds of people and the minds of the media and everything, it should have been an easy fight, right? But you got a guy that came in to try to steal the fight. And I'm not putting down the referee, but he should have took a couple of points from me for that because it was intentional. It was intentional. So, but what I'm happy about is Josh won the fight with his left hand. He won the fight with his left hand. And what can you say? A win is a win. Of course I'm disappointed, but in my eyes, I see things the way I see it. I'm not seeing it the way he sees it. So I just kept urging him, just win the fight. Just win the fight. So we're going right back to the drawing board. I'm sure there are going to be critics talking about this fight and everything, but that comes with the territory. So he's got to live with that.
4 years you've been together. I think 2021 you got together. I know he's very happy with you. He always talks about the business of boxing that he does with you. You're like the headmaster, we've always called you, and you know the game inside out. Should he be fighting guys with a different style? Should he be in with Anthony Yard? That fight with Callum Smith was brilliantly exciting back in February. Do you need to put him in with the better Bievs, the Bivals, the guys that are going to stand there and fight him?
Well, that's the best Joshua Buatsi when somebody's going to stand there and fight him. Anybody that's moving and stuff like that, he has to learn how to cut the ring off, but it's an experience. So I like the Bivol fight. Somebody's going to come to him and not run. I like the Benavidez fight, a dog that's going to come to him. Like the Yard fight, a tough fight, a strong guy. Anything can go. And I think styles do make fights. We've seen some of the greatest look bad and have early on, and people write them off, and then they step up the next fight and show what they're made of. So the main thing is he got the win. He'll go over in his mind what he did, made the mistakes that he made. And I think the mistakes was he wasn't moving his feet in quick enough.
Correct.
But when he would get there, he would get grabbed. So it was a frustrating fight, but you got to win frustrating fights, and you got to win fights that are easy.
We're going to try and get a word with Joshua. It's great to see you healthy and happy here at ringside.
Thank you. How's married life?
That's the great Virgil Hunter just catching up with Gareth A. Davies with I love a little bit of a personal ending to the conversation. Also, we'll get to hear from Joshua Buatsi because, as John Rowling just highlighted there, yes, it's a victory and he's got the spoils this evening and that'll be the headline, and when we look back on the career, it'll just say win next to him tonight. But there wasn't that it factor that we needed to see, Spence. It just wasn't there.
No, absolutely. It's going to raise a massive question mark on what did Callum Smith fight take out of him. It was tough, it was grueling, and, you know, it's all about, you know, how they rebound from their first loss. You know, how does it mould them as a fighter? Does it affect them psychologically? Does it affect them physically? Well, on that performance, you go, well, Joshua seems to have lost a little bit of ground there.
I'm just going to interrupt you, Spence, because Gareth is walking back towards Joshua Buatsi's dressing room with Joshua Buatsi.
I am indeed with Joshua. We're just walking back to the dressing room. There's another fight. He's getting some pictures with fans. Yeah. Are you frustrated with that tonight? It seemed like a really difficult fight you had to put there.
Gareth, of course, there's a type of result that you want. There's a type of performance that you want, But the style he had didn't allow it. But I said to my team, as soon as I got to the corner, Gareth, I said I won the fight anyway. But of course, there's a way you want to win. I said, Gareth, you can't be on the floor about 6-7 times and claim you won the 10-rounder.
Virgil's saying he wants you in against Anthony Yard, Benavidez, Beterbiev, because those are the fights that'll bring out the best in you.
Yeah, it is. It is, you know, they wouldn't come and keep falling on the ground. You know, we'll fight and we'll have a good fight.
Congratulations on your victory tonight. It's always great to see you. Thank you.